Here's a view from my window on the sixth floor of my apartment. It's really beautiful in the summertime when everything is green and the sun sets over in that area there. And okay, so last week I bought Facebook at $94.40, and during the time when the markets were just crapping out. It's been a horrible 2016 overall for the markets, and so buying in that environment is very scary. I'll be quite honest with you, because it's a gamble. You don't know what the hell's going to happen. But I knew that they were coming up with their earnings, and they did on Wednesday afternoon after the markets closed. They blew away expectations, and now Facebook is trading over $109 in pre-market. We'll see what happens at the opening of the bell. So that's nice. Everything turned out fine. And I haven't sold my position yet. I don't think I'm going to. I like Facebook. I think it's going to go even higher from here. It may pull back at certain points, but we'll see, how far I can go with this. But anyways, that's not what I want to talk about. I just, was thinking about, I watched a video, and I forget who it was from, but the question in the title was, is it okay to kill animals for food or something like that? And it made me think, yeah, is it okay? Is it okay? And the question was more directed at humans, but I asked, I'm asking myself the question now: is it okay, period, for any living creature to kill another living creature for food, like a lion killing a zebra, or a white-faced monkey killing a fruit bat, which they absolutely love. I was like inches away from a fruit bat hiding under a banana leaf when I was out in the jungle last winter. And that's what they do. They hide underneath a banana leaf because they know if they're out in the open and one of those white-faced monkeys sees them, they're lunch, basically. They're done. So, and that is the cruelty of nature, isn't it? Like, there's nothing okay about it, but it seems to be a fundamental aspect of nature itself, of life itself. In order for one thing to live, to survive, another thing has to die, and not just die, but in a gruesome way. It has to be attacked and have its life literally ripped out of it. And, to watch a lion take down a zebra, I don't know about you. I'm not like clapping my hands and thinking, wow, that's wonderful. That's a beautiful example of the gloriousness of how nature works. I'm like, oh, that poor fucking zebra. What a way to go, So yeah, I think asking the question, is it okay, is the wrong question to ask. Because if you really are honest about it as a human being looking at what is going on, I can't honestly say that it's okay, no matter how much a part of nature it is, which is a big part of nature. It's not okay. I find something wrong about it. But the correct question to ask is it necessary? And that presents a different perspective completely. Is it necessary? And then we have to say that, yeah, it is necessary for lions to kill zebras in order to eat and survive. It's necessary. I don't know about white-faced monkeys eating fruit bats, if that's really necessary. I think it's an indulgence on their part, but it could be necessary too. I don't know. But that is the question that needs to be asked. Is it necessary? And even for us humans, right? Is it necessary for us humans to still kill other animals in order to survive? I think in the past it was necessary. I mean, after we left the warmer climate, after we left the jungle ourselves and moved out into the world, into harsher environments where there was scarcity, it was necessitated that we had to eat meat at a certain point. But is it still necessary? And I would have to say, in all honesty, on a global level, that yeah, it's still necessary. We're not there yet where we no longer require killing other animals for survival. Not all of us, though. Like myself, I don't eat meat. Haven't eaten meat in years, and and it's not necessary because I live in a first world, and compared to a lot of other people, I live a privileged life. I'm not rich, I'm not like super wealthy or anything like that, but I can afford to choose what I want to eat. And I can even choose to eat some pretty damn good quality food. A lot of people are not in that position. I don't even have to go to a third world country to, to give you an example. I could, right here in my own neighborhood, I know there are people, there are families, low income families that are just struggling to get by, to, they can barely pay their rent and their utility bills, and they've got kids to feed and clothe, and they're not even thinking the thoughts that I'm thinking. Is it, they're not philosophizing, well, is it okay or is it necessary? That's just bullshit to them. They wake up and they're thinking, I got to feed these kids. So they go to the grocery store, the discount grocery store, and if they see chicken thighs on for 99 cents a pound, and to them that represents concentrated calories that will satisfy their family. You throw in a bag of white rice with that, and that's dinner, right? Like that's the way they're thinking. And so for them, in their place, it's a necessity. Now you can argue, well, what about beans and lentils and all that stuff? But a lot of these people in that position are, they don't even have the time to educate themselves to, understand that, yeah, you can eat foods that are even more nutritious than meat, and your family can survive quite well on that. It's just not in their mindset. So, yeah, we're not there yet as humans. Some of us are, because we are in a very fortunate position in the world, but a lot of humans are not, and we have to take that into consideration. I mean, it will be nice that we ultimately reach that place where killing and eating animals is no longer necessary. It's definitely not okay. But we have to get to that place, where it's no longer necessary. That's really all I got to say. I just it's still early in the morning, and I just had this, I guess you could call it like a brain fart. I had to get it out, and have a great day. And yeah, take care. I have some cranberries and black currants in there with a sliced banana. That's pretty thick right now. It's been cooking for about 15 minutes. Let me just turn the heat down and put the lid on and wait about another 10 minutes, and then it should be ready.